Go.
We're on the TV.
Are we?
Yep, you are.
Oh, okay.
There's a trash bag next to you, which is representative of me. No, don't move it. Don't move it. It represents me. You've never touched me that much.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone to the stream.
It has been quite a while since we've done one of these. Actually,
yeah,
feels like it.
So we got the we did the last unboxing and we had a bunch of stuff, and then we waited a little bit. We didn't have a lot of stuff. We didn't have enough, and then we waited a little bit longer. Now we have too much stuff. There was no sweet spot action on our part. No. It was very much one-sided. You guys sent a lot of shit. Sent so much shit. Oh, I have to grab the razor blade. Razor blade. This will be in case the gifts suck. But
across the street, never down it.
That's right. Unless you want it to be effective, of course. You know, never do anything half-assed.
I'm a cry for attention.
Oh, okay.
Attention person myself.
Okay, so Hugo's beanie looks bad, but not as bad as the governor of Colorado. What? Okay, all right. So your non sequitur cry for attention is ignored, and for the rest of the chat, sorry, you mean nothing to me. So, no more beans. Definitely no more beans. That was terrible. That is a cool hat, though.
Yeah,
like that one a lot. Is that the Scarf Doctor, or is it just?
No, it's 13th Doctor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Because of the suspenders?
I think so.
Oh, I like it a lot. It is a cute beanie. So
it's actually a winter hat that had a puffball on it. I cut the puffball off though because
didn't like the puffball?
No.
Why not?
I'm not gonna casually be walking around with a puffball on my hat like I'm a kid from South Park.
Okay.
I just spit a lot on you and I apologize.
But you're wearing a Doctor Who hat.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it.
Okay.
It must have landed in my numb spots. Chris with $5. Hugo, I'm going back to the Philippines for 1 week since I got Jake a shirt. Do you want me to get you a Filipino graphic novel? It's in English.
Sure. What an odd... You know, out of all the questions I thought I'd be asked today or
would
ever,
you like a Filipino...
would you like a Filipino graphic novel was not on the list at all, so congratulations. Sure, I would gladly take one. I can't promise I'll read it, but I'll at least peruse it and put it on my shelf.
Why not Filipino snacks?
I'd eat the snacks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's an experience. This is like a culture experience. Graphic novel, that's... I was going to say a coin toss. That's less than a coin toss chance we'll read it.
Okay.
Just saying. So,
I've just realized, though, I'm like a consumerist dragon of a person. I don't enjoy any of the things I own.
Stuff.
I just buy it and then put it on a shelf,
yep.
and it's just there.
Billy Boy Blue, $5. I'm drunk. When are you getting naked? I don't know. When are you getting naked?
Probably later, off the stream.
Do you get naked a lot? How much of your life do you spend naked? Percentage. Does it include sleep? I don't know if you sleep naked.
I don't sleep naked.
Oh, I do.
I sleep with no shirt and no pants, but I have underwear.
You got the jimmies.
Yeah. Everything's too...
What? Do you feel too vulnerable? Do you need to be swaddled?
No, I need some support for my junk. It can't just be... I can't just be doing whatever.
See, I feel if it's restrained, I get anxious.
It needs to be restrained. It needs to be held in place.
I feel like it doesn't need to be held in place. It needs to be let free.
It needs to be put in check.
These are our personalities. So, I guess the title wasn't a lie. We are kind of looking at each other's packages. More in the esoteric sense, though.
Okay.
We're examining the ethos of each other's packages right now.
Okay.
$2 from Osiris here. That's roll call. So that's the first one. Everybody else, anybody else who didn't give us $2 just to say the word here, that's an unexcused absence. Vincent Horn, $5. Hey, Hugo and Jake, I just experienced some transphobia from Peterson fans like an hour ago. Could I pay you to do some extra riffs on JBP this stream? Thanks. Oh, I'm not surprised you experienced transphobia from a Jordan Peterson fan.
It's so shocking because he's so trans-positive.
Yeah, wow. I don't even know what we could possibly say. Jordan Peterson will come up probably like he just did.
Here's the running tally on number of people arrested due to C-16.
Well, this isn't post, so
No,
0.
No, there's nothing, though.
Oh,
you don't
I
even
see.
need post for the number here.
I gotcha. Smart. So, I have a question for you. There was one person that was in my DMs constantly, because this package right here that I'm looking at is apparently a very expensive something that's super special, and they said, hey, please pick it up or they're sending it back to England. Sending it back to England. And so it was a really big deal. Now, I don't know if we just do it now, is it going to blow everybody else away, or is it going, if we wait till the end, is it going to be so underwhelming that it was such a like big deal to this person that we opened it? Like, which one do we go for?
Let me hold it real quick. Let me feel it out.
Oh, it's heavy.
Let me tell you something. As a child, I am.
So
I don't even know. I'm trying to come up with like a, what do you call someone who's really good at literally any sport? All-star? That's a Smash Mouth thing. But I think that's a thing.
Okay, so
I was an all-star as a kid at figuring out Christmas gifts.
Okay, so don't like move it too much.
No.
It's supposed to be like this.
Okay.
But it has like a bump here. It's very atypical. I don't know what's going on. And now this right here
has a little bit of give.
gives me a binding.
There's a binding. It's
I think
definitely
that's
some
a
sort of
binding.
book. It's a book.
Is it a book?
It's a book, and there's either something taped to it, or it's some sort of very interesting book that has like some sort of protrusion, like it's like a...
Okay. All right. So what do we say? Do we save this for later?
I say
the full spectrum for $1. That counts as a here. Full spectrum. You are tallied. After Act with 2.79 Canadian dollar dues. Here, how y'all doing? Corn is supreme. Thank you, After Act. For the record, by the way, I will be doing a stream after this on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/actualjake. We're taking out the trash. I'm back after not being there for a little bit. There you go.
Let's save this.
GM Skeptic is perpetuating anti-Muslim bigotry, albeit subtly, so I am not surprised his friend Rationality Rules is transphobic. Oh god, do I have to deal with those people now? Okay.
I know what's in it, because I accidentally read the custom slip.
Oh. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. So, let's go with this letter.
Okay.
From St. Paul, Minnesota. And it was already open. Uh-oh. I didn't even have to open that. Okay. So first of all, I think we're being given $1 or $2.
One American
Hold
dollar.
on. I gotta read this before we just hand it. Hugo and Jake, I don't know if you read letters. We do. But here is one. I will send a movie called It's Such a Beautiful Day soon. It is very good. Usually American things are not good. Like my handwriting. Dollars too. $1 ripped in my pocket, so you can have it. This ripped? Is this taped?
It's right here.
Nope. Is it taped? If that's a tape job,
No,
that's
the rip is like right here. It's this,
oh!
Rip.
I assume it was down the middle because there's a compare its fragility to Guatemalan currency. Yes, Guatemala is the poor country. Now this is a cool dollary bill or whatever this is. One Banco de Guatemala. It has a clear spot. Can you see that? Can you see me through it?
Can I vote as a country? We need to completely rework our currency. It looks
so
like
it's
shit.
Beautiful. RGQ, nice hat.
I just feel like it hasn't been fully updated in like
I know. Look at
decades.
these. There's some beautiful ass currency out here.
I respect that. For one thing, not enough people with mustaches on our currency. Look at that. And also, look at this one. Someone drew a mustache on this George Washington. I'm not
Probably
even
that
kidding.
guy.
He also recognized the need for mustaches on currency.
I'm just saying, yeah. Teve with $1.99 poundage. I need to donate now before Brexit tanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Send us your pounds now so they can be converted into dollars before they are worthless.
The full spectrum for $1. Someone said there's Handsy Hugo again. Apparently you were being handsy.
Invest in wheelbarrows. You're going to need them to buy bread at the store.
I am a low-quality product of America also, and I can't understand this paperwork. Maybe you can understand it. I don't recognize the name who sent it, so you can keep it too. I look forward to the book you will write. Sandra. And then there's a little... On the back of this, it's one of those old Japanese like wave art, and then there's a little bird on it with a surfboard. Cute. So this is paperwork? Paperwork? It looks... What? Okay, I have questions too. Okay, so this looks like... Was it... What was the name of the chick that got killed by... allegedly killed by the people from Making a Murderer?
I don't know the woman's name.
Well, it looks like some of her work. But then there's also pictures of, like, bluegill. James Hutchins, €5. Hey, guys, what do you think progressives can do to help fix the Rust Belt so it doesn't become a full Mad Max wasteland? Convince those people that the manufacturing jobs and coal jobs and shit like that aren't the jobs that they need because no one wants to buy those things because we're past the point where American, like, engineering and crafting of like metals and stuff, like we're not at that age anymore. We're in a technological age. We're in alternative energy age. Like, basically you have to, for some reason, I feel like the only thing that works on these people is like propaganda. So you have to, like, convince them in some way, hopefully without using propaganda, but I mean, it's not, like, inherently bad. Everything's propaganda. An ad is propaganda. But convince them that, like, yeah, we're going to move towards the future because that's how capitalism works in general. Like, it's always going to push forward and never stay in place. So it blows my mind that conservatives are so pro-capitalism because it doesn't make sense. Like, those two contradict each other at a certain point, and we are far past that point where they contradict each other. So they want to have these old jobs while still making a bunch of profit, and it's like, you can't do that. You just can't do it. So, I don't know. That's how you're going to have to do it. Brian Bunker is here. Thanks, Brian Bunker. What do you say? I got this thing. Feels like a book. Thrift. It's from Thrift Books. Here, I'll cut it for you. Jane Austen was shite. Someone out here with the Jane Austen hate group.
Oh boy, Joyce Meyer, #1 New York Times best-selling author. Let God fight your battles. Oh boy, okay.
What if it's against insurgents?
Let's see what it
Iraq.
says. Life presents you with various battles ranging from health concerns to financial challenges or family issues. Kind of a dick move for God to give you those issues in the first place.
That one stuff says, I ordered a fleshlight and my mom opened it. I hope that fact makes you appreciate your life more. You should have said, Mom, stop opening my mail because the odds of me buying something to jack off into are pretty high.
I'd also say, that is a federal offense. Don't open other people's mail.
Well, he probably lives in their home.
I don't care. It's still a federal offense.
Is that a federal offense?
It actually is.
Like
if it's addressed, even if it's your address, if it says, like, this is for Carl, and you're not
really?
Carl, yeah.
Huh.
It's a whole...
I mean,
I don't know how often...
sense.
I don't know how often it's actually prosecuted, but it is illegal.
Yeah.
Difficult times are often referred to as the storms of life. Who calls it that? And weathering them on your own can be hard or even seem impossible. Be encouraged. God did not intend for you to face life's trials alone. Isn't that sort of a like, it seems to me, and again, I don't want to just, like,
sure,
harp on everything, but, like...
Let's harp on everything.
For me, it seems like, God, if he wanted to solve your problems or just solve them, it seems to me he's providing you with problems and saying, you want those problems solved? I'll take care of them for you.
But he won't.
So,
he doesn't take care of them for you.
No.
That's the thing. Like, the problems are there. So, it's interesting to me how at one point they can be like, God will help you solve problems, and then at another point, it's like, God puts problems in your way so you can solve them.
Yeah.
So which one is it? Does he help or does he not?
Chapter 1 is called Hear Directly from God, which I assume is how do you know what God even is saying to you? Which honestly is a question.
Listen to Joyce Meyer and pay her a tithe?
Probably. Christians have never been able to fully explain to me how they know what God's will is. So
I wonder why. What a shock.
Let's see.
I am bamboozled by their thought process.
I'm trying to see if I can get anything quickly.
Nothing? Nothing's popping out to you? No Joyce Meyer words of wisdom?
No, so far it's just like sappy.
Sappy? Squirrels are nature's fleshlight, just saying.
one of her tips is talk to God about himself.
Dating tips?
Bit of a narcissist. Anyway.
Just a bit.
I'll have to take a look at that and maybe do a video on it at some point.
Alright. This is from Bitter Films. Sounds like a bad DVD case.
You can tell. You
Well,
can
listen.
tell especially when it's got a Baldwin in it. Yeah.
Ugh. Oh. Let's see.
Oh, no. This
a beautiful day.
This is Don Hertzfeldt. These are actually really good.
Is this on Netflix?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Plus World of Tomorrow. I feel like these were aren't they Fields trips?
I don't know what that means.
So sometimes when humans see things, they have feelings and emotions, and I know it's probably alien to you.
Okay.
Much like Earth.
I don't know about It's a Beautiful Day or whatever. I don't think I've seen that one, but the World of Tomorrow one's very interesting. It's very odd, and the animation is quite interesting.
I know stoners like that movie.
Yeah, I get why. It's like, the premise is it's a little short film if anyone hasn't seen it, and it is on Netflix, or at least it used
This is
to be.
actually a good gift for the record.
And a woman contacts herself from the past, and talks about the future and how it is, and it's just very interesting and irreverent and like I don't know how to explain it if you haven't seen it. It's just very odd.
And irreverent movie.
So yeah.
You ever like how Netflix always says stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like irreverent comedies. Are there reverent comedies? Are there comedies that revere a thing? Maybe Pineapple Express and Weed, but all of them are irreverent. That's the point, right? Comedies are inherently almost always irreverent.
I guess I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Enough.
Like, kind of the idea is you make fun of a thing.
Sure.
Usually it's funny because people like the thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Anyway, Benjamin Van Dyck. It's probably Dishk. If God was super sexy and real, would you smash? If he consented. James Hutchins with €5. Do you guys have a favorite Doctor Who speech/monologue? Mine's the one from the Zygon version. Mine's probably oh, why can't I remember it?
Rings of Akaton.
That's the one.
That's my
Rings of
favorite one. That one bugs me just because the episode would have ended a lot stronger if his speech is actually what killed the monster. Instead, it's Clara's mom thing. But, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But the Zygon inversion one is also very good. Capaldi had some really good speeches in his time. The final speech he gives to Missy in whatever her last episode was, I forget the title, was pretty good as well. I think that pretty well encapsulates what the Doctor's all about. He's trying to convince her to help stay and help people despite the fact that they're probably going to die. And he's trying to explain to her, after these thousands of years of knowing each other, like, what she doesn't get about him, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like there was another speech he gave during that Punch in the Diamonds.
Oh yeah,
I feel like he gave a speech.
He did. He gave a speech where he told it was less of a speech and more of a story. It was a little parable, basically about every 100 years a bird comes up to this diamond mountain and sharpens its beak on it. And he's the bird, and the diamond thing is the wall, and
yeah.
I
also like I don't know if it's a speech necessarily. I like the I guess kind of the message or the ethos of listen.
Yeah.
That's just like a really...
Clara had a good end speech in that one.
I think so too. Yeah. Man, there's so many strong points of the character of Clara. And then it did the thing where it goes too long. Well, it's so sad.
The problem is because there's several characters that are Clara, and I don't mean in the literal sense that actually.
Yeah, I know. There's lots of characters that are.
She's just written very inconsistently. So
yeah. Anyway, so let's go through another letter. I think. Let's get the letters. Let's crush them. What is this? Who is that? What, I can't even. Aurora. It's yours anyway. You can open that. Grabby hands.
Aaron.
Aaron?
Yeah. Aaron.
90% of people think God exists? Is that true? I don't think that's true.
I think that's probably true. 90%. It might even be more than
Think
that.
a God exists.
Yeah.
Because God implies the Abrahamic one.
Not necessarily. If you say it with a capital... Was it a capital G?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a God... Is it 90%?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Oh, duh. This is right in front of me. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to check this.
Memes from the 90s. Hi, my is Emily. That looks like a child wrote it.
Okay.
All right. We have a Super Mario. Okay, we have a Super Mario Brothers trading card. Oh God. This isn't even this is like a promotional card for the trading cards.
Well, according
Super
to
Mario Brothers,
according to Pew Research, 16% of the world's population is not affiliated with a religion.
Not affiliated with a religion is completely different than whether or not they believe.
I would say so, but where's the number where 90% plus?
I don't know. I believe it though. These are all trading cards. Ooh, some of these are prototype trading cards. It even says on there, like, prototype. Interesting. Oh my god, this is actually a really cool Speed Racer card. Speed Racer Classic. It's good art on that one. This is, editor for Marvel, Jim Scalacrup, and he's done as Spider-Man. Oh, this one has an autograph on it, too.
The Worldwide Independent Network Gallup International Research Report, 23% of people identified as not religious.
Not religious. And
13% convinced atheists, and also 9% decrease in the identification as religious when compared to the 25. So, yeah, I would say it's past 10%.
I don't know about that.
I mean, there's these studies are saying the opposite of what you're saying.
No, you're conflating
I'm
someone
not.
who's...
I'm saying no. There are different qualifications within that say, like, they believe in a God and stuff, but believing in God and being... So there are, for instance, because you said believing in God, not believing in the supernatural. So there are some forms of irreligion that qualify in here that don't believe in a God, but may believe in, like... you see what I'm saying? So I don't think that's correct at all. I think it's much closer to... I mean, like if you're certainly outnumbered, but I think it's much closer to 75%.
Like if you're a Buddhist who believes in the supernatural claims of Buddhism, but doesn't necessarily have any sort of divine, like, one ultimate being that created the universe. That makes sense.
Occam's Razor is here. Thanks, Billy Boy Blue, for your $4 dues to say the same thing. Holy shit, Troy Aikman. Okay. I'm not going to read Einstein's essay on socialism right now. Uh-oh, I kicked the camera. We're good. Here's a obvious book that got ripped open. This was like this in the box. You don't get it?
Oh, sorry.
Keep your fucking grabby hands to yourself.
I was an only child.
Yep.
They should have aborted me.
Yep. The Believer's Authority, over 1 million copies sold, by Kenneth E. Hagen. Is that a sword? Is that a sword?
Probably. Oh, there's a note.
What's this about? Do we have authority that we don't know about, that we haven't discovered, that we are not using? Reverend Kenneth E. Hagen asked himself this question when he was a young preacher. I had little glimpses of spiritual authority once in a while, he writes. What's a spiritual authority? As a result of my studies, I concluded that we as a church have authority on earth that we've never yet realized. A few of us have barely gotten to the edge of that authority, but before Jesus comes again, there's going to be a whole company of believers who will rise up, and with that, the authority that is theirs, they will do the work that God intended they should. Okay, this sounds like violence.
It does. It sounds like whatever we do, we're justified because we have the authority to do so.
The weapons of our warfare. What is authority? Number 9. Does the Church of the Lord Jesus Christ have or need any less authority today than it had in the first century? It would be preposterous to think so, wouldn't it? The value of authority rests in the power that is behind the authority. God himself is the power behind our authority. The devil and his forces are obliged to recognize our authority. The believer who thoroughly understands that the power of God is backing him can exercise his authority and face the enemy fearlessly. What is authority? Authority is delegated power. Yeah, I think this guy thinks that Christians are like it's a moral ought for them to be in charge of everything.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a shit show. That is an absolute shit show. Whew. This feels like a hat. This feels like a hat. This is from China. Zhanzhan. In China. We have a Chinese hat.
I think most hats are probably Chinese hats. This hat's probably a Chinese hat.
Well, you're the hat one, so here's your hat. Here's a new hat.
Is this made in China?
I don't know, probably. Vietnam? Laos?
Made in China!
Well, you can't wear that hat and wear the new hat.
I have to look at the new hat before I decide if I want to wear it.
We'll do that. Sleepless Prince, $5 reduced. Was watching the Leaving Neverland documentary when the notification for the stream popped up that said, "We look at each other's packages. Thanks, guys."
Nah, this is your hat.
That is my hat. Did someone wear this hat?
No.
This looks like sweat stained.
No. That's just how it looks.
Let's see if it fits. It does. It's perfect.
Corn hat.
Thanks, Chinese person.
I don't think the person who ordered it was Chinese. They probably ordered it online from China.
It says from Zhanzhan.
We do not... Zhan, hit us up if that's you.
Zhanzhan?
We won't be able to read what you have to say. But...
Okay, so I have a corn hat. Here's a book. Maybe this one's about corn. Corn book. Everything you need to know about the genus of maize. Jake looks better with a hat, to be honest. Well, I mean, maybe.
I'm going to have the biggest...
I don't like hats.
By the time we die, we're collectively going to have the biggest collection of books neither of us want to fucking read.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Tim Tebow's book, Shaken.
Tim Tebow's book, Shaken. What's he shaken about?
Who are you when life is steady? Who are you when storms come? Discover your true identity in the midst of life's storms. Is this going to happen?
You're just a bad quarterback, Tim. I hope you do well playing baseball. Have fun.
Oh, is he pulling a Michael Jordan? He's switching
sports? No. Michael Jordan was good at his initial sport. Tim Tebow has never been good at football.
Okay.
Tim Tebow is good at college football. Tim Tebow can run a lot. He's a good-looking man. He's fit. He's got large muscles. He could crush me like a grape, like the one they did surgery on. And no. He's playing baseball. He was in AAA. He might make... Did he make the Mets roster, guys? Does anyone know?
Was any of his like popularity in the public consciousness having to do with his Christianity? Was like Fox News boosting him or something?
I don't know. Should I wear this now because I keep getting called like an SJW and like me and Shives can reconnect? Because I have a corn hat now. All praise the corn hat. Behold its mighty orbs. Does it have orbs?
No.
What are you talking about?
Also, this is like an iron-on decal.
Yeah,
it's coming off.
Yeah.
Thanks, China.
I tell you, it looks sweat stained. Can you see this?
It's just how it's dyed. I have hats like that I've bought new that just look like that. It's just a style.
Well, I don't wear a lot of hats. I mean, it feels gross. I'm pretty sure this is an old Chinese man's hat.
Well, that's the humidity from the sweatshop that got into it, probably.
Woo!
3-year-old Chinese girl who's just happy she was allowed to live was...
Wow.
Pressing that on. Hey,
So does no
you
one
don't
know?
like it.
No one knows. I think Tebow retired from baseball too. No, he didn't. He was literally in spring training. None of you guys know anything. I need more alphas in chat, okay? More alphas.
Get more interesting hobbies than sports.
There's not many more
Every
interesting
season,
hobbies.
it's the same plot line. It's so boring. I'm a little proud of it. That joke. That's not too bad.
This is from Madeline. Don't let me down, Madeline. Please be a bomb. No.
How hilarious! Like,
That would have been legendary.
Objectively, as much as I would like a bomb not to go off directly in my face, if a bomb's gonna go off, it better be hilarious. Oh, great.
Dear Hugo and the Badger.
Hugo and the Badger.
The Badger, please enjoy this figurine of our one-time Lord and Savior, Shrek, 3D printed and painted from us to you. Thanks for all the hilarious shit you guys do. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. From Maddie and Dylan. This is a 3D printed Shrek, painted Buddha, which is going right fucking there. That's awesome.
That's a pretty fantastic one.
That's amazing. Good job, Maddie and Dylan.
Shrek has more conical-shaped nipples than I would have expected.
You think so?
Those are prime for suckling.
Those are suckling teats.
That seems like
Those. I think there's a lot of milk in those.
whoever molded like baby bottle nipples are probably
Hold
molded
on.
after his nipples.
Get away from me, donkey!
Oh yeah, it does say that. Yeah.
Look at his. Look at his. Show him the nips. Show them the nips. Look at those goddamn. Those look like they've been deflated from suckling.
I don't know if they sanded this or not, but it has very clean lines.
It does. Thanks for the Buddha Shrek. Who would ever create an annoying soundboard? I don't know what you're talking about. We would.
I literally have one.
You
I have a
have
soundboard full of recorder music.
Oh, for D&D?
Yeah.
Okay, this is from... someone in Ohio, so I don't trust it. Let me find the best way to open this. Okay, alright. Someone in Ohio. A nameless person in Ohio. I think you should be able to lift it.
Someone...
Nope.
I can't read that. Alterac?
After Act
Okay.
with Canadian $2.79 as the resident sports alpha he's playing in AAA. Thank you. Leaf Season Mag Bag with $2 American. I must now demand that Shrek be glued to the hat. That can't be done. That can't possibly be done. Shrek needs to have independence, or Shrek get mad.
Yeah, didn't you guys see Shrek 4?
There you go. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's like a Shrek 5. They're making another one
What
too.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Happy to help, Amanda.
Various pamphlets and books. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
You could at least aim for the inside of the trash bag. Christ.
Lots of various tract cards.
Tract cards?
They're like little like tracts, but they're, they're just like, hey.
After death, you face judgment. Oh, I see. Where will you spend eternity? In a Dave and Buster's.
This one's the most dickish one because on the front it's like coexist, like that bumper sticker where it's like, hey, everyone should get along. On the back it's like, no, but fuck you. Jesus is the only way to get into heaven, though. I'm not even kidding.
Coexist, a great goal. Coexist in peace with fellow man, but this statement doesn't mean all religions are equal or can offer peace with God. And then talks about how Jesus said, this is the only way to truly coexist in peace with God and your fellow man, to be a Christian. Okay.
Whoever printed this card put an apple on it, but it's not the apple, but clearly it's about Apple because it's the I card. That's obnoxious. Apple products haven't been trendy for like 15 years. When did Steve Jobs die? Pretty shortly after that.
It's been 15 years since Steve Jobs died, though.
I'm overestimating, but you get my point.
Do religious people seriously think those are convincing? Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Or at
they
the
do.
very least, they are convinced so by the people who print them and sell them to them. Why did Jesus die? Probably the crucifixion, if I had to guess.
Someone say something about Chris Leak. Wasn't he on the Reds? You wouldn't know.
Nope. Now, whenever I see the words, "Are you ready?" I just...
Buttholes.
No.
What?
Our theme song has that at the beginning.
Buttholes. Aim! Aim! Like buttholes. Do you pee on the seat exclusively? You son of a bitch.
Master Charge instead of
Master
Master
Charge?
That was an actual attempt that I failed
Jesus
really badly at.
fucking
For the record.
Christ. You know
Barry-
Tim Tebow.
Barry, the heroic dog. Dogs can do remarkable things. One breed in particular, the Saint Bernard, is known for saving lives. Cool. Reconciliation, restoring broken relationships. Oh God! It's more of this June Hunt bitch that people sent us shit of last time.
Why? I'm pretty sure I already made the June cunt joke.
After we're done with, like, Jordan Peterson,
June
we
Hunt, maybe?
just need to blast through some of these. Like, a whole series on just these little books people have sent us, like, in like 3 episodes, just cover all of it and be like, here are the notable bits.
Jesus Christ. I don't like reading that much.
Yeah, I was going through stuff the other day, too, because I was cleaning my office because I was setting up the new equipment. And I had to go through so many of the books people have sent.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we still have all those textbooks I want to go through. They're fucking nuts.
Dear Lord and Savior. Dear our Lord and Savior. You can be Lord, I'll be Savior, since Hugo and Jake. I discovered your channel in January of 2018 and spent the next several months playing catch-up. I consider the wild ride to be one of the many reasons 2018 is the best year of my life so far. Whoops! One of the other reasons getting a job led me to starting to send things to your P.O. box. I'm a cashier in an airport, and once a week I'm put into the bookstore. I often have plenty of time to look at all the books and make sure to keep an eye out for stuff to send you guys. Awesome. So far I've sent you 10 mistakes people make about heaven, hell, and the afterlife, 10 dumb things smart Christians believe, and the June Hunt books.
Yep.
There are more on the way. In fact, they've probably already arrived. In this package, I've included 2 more June Hunt books that I intended to have sent to you, but accidentally had them sent to me instead. The little cards threatening hell were found at work, mostly in the office where we punch in. The catalog was also found in the office near the punch clock. The pamphlet about Islam was given to me by a random customer who said they were from Texas. Keep up the great work, guys. Love, the one who sends you books. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all the hard work you do and sacrifices you make.
Yeah, we'll be covering some of this stuff at some point.
God.
We gotta actually take the time and go... Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I could get into the crappy publishing game.
Afteract with $2.79 Canadian. Christian Bookie Quickie?
That's actually a really good idea we've never done before. That's a good idea. These are actually literally the size that they could even be taped up on there.
Do we have to read the whole book?
No.
Okay. All right. Do we have to do a coin toss? Or maybe we can roll one of my nerdy dice and decide what chapter?
Okay.
We'll just
and then
read the
go
chapter.
through. Okay, that would kind of make sense, sure.
Okay. All right. Here's a big boy from Max Machina. Wasn't that this person?
I don't remember. Did they sign the picture?
No. Guys, do you remember if Max Machina was this person? Christian Bookie Quickie. Oh, was that the same one?
Yeah.
Oh. Chat didn't move at all for a minute. Nice.
Do they unpack the guinea pig I sent them 3 months ago? That would be a very dead guinea pig.
It is the person that is in that picture.
Okay. Oh yeah, because they put the little hair. They put the thing on there too.
Oh yeah. To Hugo and Jake from Max Machina. Here's that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Uh-oh, what is that? Holy shit. There's a lot going on here. There's like a manifesto. Boys, I got free drugs.
Probably send those out as like a...
Oh, yeah.
As a...
yeah.
Patreon thing.
Yep.
Came with a note. It actually came with a packet. A packet, not just a packet in like sleeves, which I respect very much.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what it has to say. Dear Hugo and Jake, thank you very much for all the praise and recognition you heaped onto my last package. I'll heap onto your package. I've literally rewatched that stream dozens of times, particularly when the state of the world has got me feeling down. I've got to say, when times are tough and you're crying away, there ain't nothing better than a couple of dudes ogling your lingerie.
Hold on, Paul. Paul gave $30. I can't watch with children. We'll watch later, love you. Hugo, you only get more attractive. What do you think of Say Goodnight, Kevin? Thanks, Paul. The Paul.
Paul.
Allen.
Thank you for not subjecting children to this.
I that is such a what a why. That's like 4D chess galaxy brain levels of awareness of what the fuck could we possibly be saying.
Yeah.
I've not seen Goodnight, Kevin.
No.
Have you?
No.
Oh. Whoops. Sorry to waste like 5 of those $30.
Enclosed is a big old bag of free drugs, labeled and bottled for you to distribute as you see fit. Each bottle contains an autographed copy of The Last Generation.
Nice.
As well as a small baggie of Mother Goddess magic powder, pixie sticks, and Dr. H.P. Penisman's premium potency power pills. Tic Tacs.
Tic Tacs.
I also drew you a poster advertising Dr. H.P. Penisman's miracle cures. He is a famous New Age healer after all, so I imagine he puts his time hawking medicinal wares before ascending to dictator status. Honestly, the more I develop this character, the more I want to do a fully developed Penisman fanfiction. Stay tuned, boys. Mama Maxine's gonna cook you up something special. You have such a way with words. I appreciate this. Also enclosed are a couple of copies of the original concept sketch for my rendition of Harold Penisman, drawn circa 2015.
Whoa!
Wow. I drew it with the intention of one-upping Saint Jack on the level of homoeroticism.
Paul, $20.01, making it even 50. It's not an even 50, it's an even $50.01. And frankly, that annoys the shit out of me. I'm so frustrated by that. Oh my god. Thanks, Paul, but god, does that bother you at all?
No.
Like when someone puts the volume on 7 instead of 8?
No.
Ooh, can't deal with it. Don't like it. There you go. There's my thing.
Okay.
I don't like disbalance there. Not a fan.
You know, the aesthetics he was so repulsed by. He was talking about Jack Chick.
Oh,
and
yeah.
his homoerotic art. This design would later serve as the basis for my Penisman cosplay and influence much of what I hold to be the de facto character canon. As far as I'm concerned, our fearless leader, Harold, is not only an insidious pervert, but also a known gender deviant as well. Hence the elements of cross-dressing, etc. in the final design.
I like it.
Yeah, I made this choice mostly to express myself as a genderqueer artist, but also to give Jack Chick as many posthumous hate boners as possible. At this point, I'm basically hell-bent on appropriating Harold Penisman as a queer icon. In fact, I'll probably dress as him for Seattle Pride this year and spread the free drugs gospel. If all goes well, you might get a few new subs afterward. Subscribers, that is. Unless you want some bonded subs as well, I could probably make that happen. Clever, okay. Thanks again for all you do. I hope you know that if you two ever die in a freak streaming accident, likely, there will be literally thousands of us wandering the streets with digital needles stuck into our arms, mainlining bootlegged episodes of Gaither's Pond, and snorting Gerbert musical cutscenes just to quell the crippling pangs of Hugo and Jake withdrawal. Grotesquely yours, Maxine Machina, at Mad Max Machina on Twitter and Instagram. He says, feel free to dox. They feel free to dox. And then I'll show you some of these.
Jesus Christ.
We got Dr. Harold P. Penisman power pills.
I like that shit. This is an uncolored version.
Uncolored. Color your own penisman. That'd actually be kind of a
Holy shit, this gets some Mad Max shit going on.
This might be a good idea to
do a stream of?
Not even necessarily a stream, but maybe just like do photocopies of this and then send them for people to color.
Ooh, I have a scanner.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That is some Mad Max penisman. That is when shit goes wrong and the rapture happens at the end of that tract.
It's a battle armor penisman.
Battle armor penisman.
Yeah.
Now I want a fucking now I want action figures.
Yeah.
I think that's the same one. Yeah. Or is it a little bit different?
It's a little bit different. So very cool. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Very cool. We'll save that, obviously.
Yeah.
Color your own penisman.
Trying to get it flipped to the...
There you go. Nice.
There we go. Got it.
You did it. All right. Now, this big honking thing. Oh, no. This is like a vacuum-packed cardboard, which I've never seen. This is from Amazon and the book outlet. I imagine it's a book. Spicy take. Mad Max was bad. The first one or the other ones? The first one's bad. I don't like the first. Do you like the first Mad Max?
Personally, no, but
Me either.
I also recognize it's an independent film being made in Australia on a very low budget.
Yeah.
Like, I respect the
There's
movie.
parts of it that I like the before, I guess, but Road Warrior is obviously that's number 2, right? Or is that number 3?
Road Warriors 2. Third one's
third one?
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome, Beyond Thunderdome,
Yeah.
and then 4th is Fury Road.
Yep.
Yeah, those are really good movies.
Yeah.
The first one is tough to get through. The bad guy's good though. The bad guy is the guy who played Immortan Joe in the Fury Road. But yeah, other than that, oof. Wait, I missed one. 2493. Jesus fucking Christ, Paul. Hold on. This makes it even better. Even 75. $74.94 is not $75. Okay. Alright. The first Mad Max was excellent, my favorite in the OG trilogy. You're wrong. There's no entertainment value to it. It's just, I think if you did that again and reshot it similar to how Blade Runner is very slow and kind of flat, I think it would at least improve it. And I don't really like the original Blade Runner very much. Does that make sense?
I'd have to see Mad Max again. It's been a long...
You've seen the original Blade Runner, right?
Yeah.
And how it's like... until the end speech there.
The original cut or the director's cut?
I've seen
or
them
the
all.
final cut?
I've seen all of them. They're all pretty flat to me.
Okay. Final cut's
They're
pretty
beautiful, though.
Yeah.
They're beautiful films. The newest one is great, though.
Yeah.
This is my... Yep. This is my pretty pink Bible sticker purse. My pretty pink Bible sticker purse.
Those are all words that mean things separately.
Oh boy. Just stickers in the back.
Can I just point this out? Sticker books are coloring books for lazy children.
Yep.
I will not have it.
Children, that is?
Yeah.
Me either. Okay, you can look at this if you want. This is...
Yeah.
It's funny. It's hot garbage.
Let's see what we got in here. God made all the fish that swim in the sea. Color and decorate the fish. Use your stickers to complete the fish patterns. Noah's missing animals. All of the animals went into the ark, both big and small. Find the stickers for the missing animals. Joseph had a special coat that his father gave him. His brothers were very jealous. They wanted special coats, too. Okay, I know it's a book for, like, 3-year-olds, but, that story's conflict was not about the coat specifically.
Sarah says, time to seal envelopes with stickers. Let me see if they're good ones. I mean, they're pretty generic. I mean, these are just animals and shit.
Yeah.
They tell you what page they go on, which is kind of... Yeah.
It's even lazier.
These aren't even like Jesus stickers, but yeah, you could. I know these are supposed to be bread.
Yeah.
Those look like potatoes.
Is bread the closest we get to Jesus in this?
I think so.
Yeah. Jesus is close to bread.
Hugo, do you think Musk likes sticker books?
I don't know. I think he likes weed, and I don't know what he's like when he's on weed. Maybe he likes sticker books. I don't know.
On weed. I seriously want to know what they do with that junk. Most of the time we keep it and then throw it away.
I have shelves in my house that I keep this stuff on.
Most of the stuff,
I just bought another
I'd say
shelf.
98% of it we keep.
Yeah, unless it's literal trash that you like, and people have literally sent us trash before. Yeah. So
we keep all the letters and stuff
Yeah.
In boxes, and sometimes the decorations, when they get moved, they get like, we have some boxes over here. I have a full closet over here.
Yeah.
Robert Nugent with $100.
Whoa.
Whatever. Think about being that blasé about $100.
This isn't the guy who paid you the $1,000 to eat the beans, is it?
No, but I did get paid $1,000 to eat beans.
What the fuck, people?
After PayPal got their cut, it wasn't as much, but yeah. It still was a lot.
I've eaten beans for free!
I mean, I have too, but they're real bad ones.
Yeah.
Hugo and Jake, thoughts on conquest of bread? I assume that's another socialism question you're asking, and I don't know it. I have a package for you, though.
Okay. All over.
Flex on all of us, why don't you? Yeah. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you, Robert.
God damn it. This one's for you, too.
Is it for me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
This is reveal worthy. Maybe put it on down here and
yeah. Wow, that is. Didn't we? We may have looked at this on stream. Now that I think about it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a corncob hat.
I like this one better than the other one.
You know what? I think this is for like, if there's a particularly large donation or something, or maybe an event that's occurring.
I think that's
Put the corn crown on. It's like the Pope hat.
Have you ever
Pope?
Have you ever considered playing some sort of corn wizard in D&D? Because that's a fantastic corn wizard hat. If you haven't, maybe consider it. Even for a one-off, maybe consider it.
Christ. Jesus fucking
I'm getting mad corn wizard vibes is all I'm saying. Yeah,
and now he's a casual corn wizard.
Yeah.
He's in disguise.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
That's his Captain America ball cap glasses outfit.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna wear this one right now because it's not as hot. But
maybe that's how they'll defeat Thanos. They'll sneak up on him because they'll all be wearing ball caps and glasses.
Honestly. And then they never make another movie again. They're just like, haha, fuck you, we made billions of dollars. Kevin Feige retires onto a beach.
I'd almost respect that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's a confusing prank. You made like 20 entertaining movies and then...
Yeah. Do you see that there's a company doing a... they're going to pick a winner to do a
marathon.
A marathon of all the movies.
Yep, you get $1,000, but you got to watch them all in one sitting in a row. It's 40 hours. I literally looked at the application.
I could do it.
And I could do it. Not worth it.
$1,000 isn't that much compared to...
You made $1,000 for eating beans!
Well, I know, but I mean for like...
No, yeah.
40 straight hours of... Like, if I got nothing to do for 40 hours...
I've stayed up that long once in my life.
I've stayed up for that long a few times in my life, but
I never want to do it again.
It's not good.
No.
It's not great. You would not do it. You're such a pussy. Come on, Sarah. She thinks she's so tough. You got 30 hours in you. 30 hours. And then you're plummeting.
Yeah. Part of the stipulation is
40 hours is pain.
It's not like you have to. Part of the stipulations because it's an advertising gimmick for a company.
Yeah.
You have to be live tweeting the whole time.
Yep.
Which
I assume they're going for influencers and stuff.
Yeah.
Which Sarah has. I mean, you have enough.
Yeah.
You have like $1,000 or something. That's 2 days. Yeah. Minus 8 hours. Jake, can you give us the look you give when swooning the ladies? I don't do that on purpose. So, we have this as well, which looks like another book from a place. What is with this vacuum seal?
I think what it is, if I had to guess. Well, no, I was thinking to myself, but it's got this perforation right
and
here.
And it crimps at the top. It feels like it's in there. It seals.
I was thinking maybe it's a thing where like, oh, it's almost like a line, and they have like a ton of paper on the bottom and a thing on the top, and maybe they just put the book there, and it like is a machine that they press down. And
well, they do press down on these crimps right here.
So it's got,
but it seems to suck the air out or something. It's very interesting. I've never seen this, but these two do it. There's Iron Man 3 and Thor 2. Oh yeah, you got to watch Iron Man, then Hulk, then Thor.
Hulk's gonna be the hard one for me. And
well, that's the second movie. It's not a big deal.
Incredible Hulk and Thor 2 are.
Can I invite friends?
If you can do that.
If friends were coming over, I think I could do it.
And assuming you can get like food and shit. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, why wouldn't they let you eat?
I don't know.
Can I shit?
I hope so.
Do I have to poop on the couch? Because I'll do that. I think I could do it.
Ugh. This is just a receipt, I think. Yeah.
I would just sleep a lot the day before.
Ooh, I don't like the texture of this book, though.
Feel?
It feels sandy. It makes my hands feel so dry.
I don't like it!
It makes my hands feel dry.
God, where are you? Nowhere near this book!
Maybe we just...
My God is smooth.
Maybe this is... I wish we could transmit texture to you via the internet, because this feels...
What does your shirt say? Wake, pray, slay.
This feels like the fucking highest grade sandpaper. Like, you can't see it's rough, but it makes your hands feel dry the second you touch it. Like, uncomfortably dry. I do not like it. God, where are you?
Here, wait. Listen. I didn't like that at all. Paul A. with 2751, even 100. Also, can I come? I gotta be honest. I don't think that's an even 100 at all. Pretty sure that's not. Can I come what? Can I come what? Where does he want to come? That was the wrong question.
Probably on the corn hat.
Occam's Razor, $5. I've been watching you guys since 2017, and I just now became a patron. You're the best, Occam's Razor. You're the best. Thank you for the patronage. There will be many gifts coming soon. Oh boy. Oh boy. What a good one. Why are you guys just naming? Why do you always bring your bread tube shit here? Take it elsewhere.
Now we need a book that's really lotiony.
Do you think this is a lotion book?
Probably not.
This is probably a lotion book. Thanks, Kath and Williams Books. Lotion book. Welcome to the lotion book. We moisturize. Oh my goodness.
We have the wettest books in town.
Is that Donald Trump?
Come and get them while they're moist. No, this is just a weird bookshop owner.
Weird book guy. I've got moist books. Check your shit, guys. A bunch of Patreon payments keep showing as declined, so check it. Yeah, Patreon was having an issue with that, so check your shit. Okay, this isn't...
Receipt.
Yep. Killing Kryptonite by Bevere? What'd it do? Okay. Is that a fart?
No.
Is that your tummy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't eat today, except until I just ate, like, right before this.
In Killing Kryptonite, John Bevere draws on his own struggles and dives into scripture to write one of his most powerful books yet. I thought this was going to be about Superman, and I got real excited.
It's gotta be. So, like, he's using Superman as a metaphor in here somewhere, right?
Destroy what steals your strength.
Got it. That makes sense.
Killing Kryptonite. There you go. We just care enough about you guys to share our perspectives. Yeah, I know, but I'm not reading them. So do it elsewhere. You garbage fucking... Oh, we want equality! Cry about it! Somewhere else.
I'll join you in the People's Revolution. But if we could do it on, like, a Friday, that'd be great.
No, that won't work for me. That's a stream night.
Okay.
Saturday? That's prep for D&D.
I kind of like Saturdays to be a me day. not a glorious revolution day.
Sundays are D&D.
We'll hash it
Monday
out.
is my off day, and I don't really feel like...
Okay.
Tuesday's a stream day.
Maybe you guys start the revolution.
Monday night I also have D&D.
Okay. Start the revolution Friday. Continue it over the weekend.
Wednesday's a stream day.
We'll show up if
Thursday's
if we feel...
Critical Role, so please not Thursday. Now we're back to Friday.
Save some guillotines for us, though. Not for us to be in, to use on.
We want to be early Robespierre, not late Robespierre.
These are great jokes, people.
Occam's Razor, $5 reviews. I will be sending you guys something cool for your next unboxing. It's a surprise. They're all surprises, technically, but if you say it's a surprise, it's not a book. It's not... What do I have? Have a thing? Get it.
Just dog hair. Very long hair that was off your beard.
My chest hair. Did we eat Jake and save Hugo, filthy capitalist? I'm not a capitalist. I'm also not a socialist, though. We've discussed this. I think you can have a mostly socialist system with capitalists as buttresses, because I think you need capitalism in most... I don't know, like on a person-to-person basis, for instance, I think you need capitalism to get things from people that you want, and to incentivize people to do more than the thing they're doing. But as a baseline, I think everybody could have a socialist, my thing is, capitalism needs poor people. My idea is make the poor people lower middle class people, and then everybody just keeps moving up, right?
I don't know.
I think that's fine.
I don't know.
Yeah. Have an actual baseline of reasonable living, and then I don't care if you excel that, but I certainly don't think you should be able to plummet into destitution. I think that's wrong, especially unless you choose it, right? I think if you're I want to live off the grid and live in a camp, what the fuck? I don't care. But if you're I got cancer and can't pay my bills, that's not okay to me, right? I don't know. That's about as comradey as I get. So, I have a heavy box from Amazon Prime, sent to us from Amazon Fulfillment Services. Jeff Bezos, big fan of the show. We know that.
That's actually a good point. No,
not a big donator.
I'm going to bring this up because this is a good point. You're
Sure.
talking about markets, not capitalism. Capitalism, by its very nature and by definition, is a system in which you have a very small elite number of owners of capital who are dictating things for those
Sure.
who are not.
Sure.
As opposed to market forces, which are different. You could have a market in which, theoretically, a company is not owned by a small number of shareholders. You could have a company in which the employees all owned it communally.
Co-op.
Yeah.
Sure. I also think, if I own a business, it's totally fine to own a business. My problem is that, I just mentioned Jeff Bezos. Amazon itself paid 0 federal taxes, right?
Yeah.
This shouldn't be the case. I don't have a problem with the idea of being a billionaire. What I have the problem with is if they are a billionaire, them not paying their fair share. And by fair share, I mean a lot of their money back into the system.
I have a problem with people being billionaires. I have a problem with anyone who has more money than they could ever conceivably spend in 100 lifetimes.
I have a problem with that in our current system. I don't have a problem with that if, in fact, it takes too much virtue to be purely anything, purely socialist, purely capitalist. And right now, people live in a purely capitalist, strata, I guess, right? And so, the virtuous billionaire makes sense only if that person is actually virtuous and gives a lot of their money back to people and services and stuff, but that doesn't happen. So, yeah, that's why I have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it in a theoretical sense, right?
Okay.
But in a practical sense, I definitely do. This is yours. This is your gift. Keeping your gift a surprise.
Does it actually? Does it say
Hugo?
Hugo?
No, it doesn't say Hugo.
Okay, well, sometimes it does.
It will never say Hugo!
It literally has before. Sometimes it says Hugo,
Maybe
sometimes it says Jake. Oh, God.
Nobody needs to be a billionaire. Oh, totally agree. I absolutely agree.
Keep your gift a surprise. Unwrap your presents before opening this envelope. Okay.
A gift! A nifty gifty!
Wow, this is a gift with, multiple...
Okay. Billionaires create jobs.
No. Create jobs. They're gonna throw your ass out the second they can automate the process.
They literally, yeah. No.
They hire you because they need you to do the labor to make their business run. They're stealing the fruits of your labor. Quite literally. Anyway. Oh, more of these coins.
Hey, pirate coins! Pirate coins! These are so great. These are gonna revolutionize campaign 2.
Oh, shit.
What's this?
Leather pouches and coins.
The Dragon's Hoard. Leather pouches and coins. Let's see.
That's very cool.
I do love D&D things.
Yeah.
Honestly, way to my heart, send us D&D stuff.
I'll read the note. Or notes.
Let me...
Let's see. From Peter. Was going to send you some of my surplus coin collection, but then you said the thing about wanting stuff you actually want, so I did that instead. I like the way you worded that.
Yeah.
But then also this. This probably won't make sense if you read this one first.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Thank you very much. Those are very cool. And will be used in D&D, for sure.
For 100%. Let's... Okay, oh. Okay, so we have copper, silver, and gold with different symbols on them. This is probably the easiest way to show you. So the copper is a stag. The middle one is a squid, the silver, and the gold is a dragon. And it's very, very cool. I'm not going to pop these out. I'm going to keep that over there. So
in a fantasy world, do you think dragons would be offended that the humanoids are putting them on their money?
No, but because I think there's a cultural, at least in my setting,
sure.
Dragons hoard gold. It's a thing.
But, are they, offended that people would point that out?
That's, their thing.
Yeah.
And then there's a gold, a leather pouch here for all those. I think you guys should all get your own leather. Ooh, that smells good. You like the smell of leather?
Yeah.
I love the smell of leather. It's a good smell. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
if we got you guys each your own kind of leather pouches that are kind of for your characters.
Have you ever been in a moccasin store?
I have Mockies on right now. Occam's Razor with 357. I have Mockies.
Okay, let's stop smelling our own shoes.
That one smells bad. The bottom of it doesn't smell great. The inside smells like a foot. That smells like a dog.
I regret bringing this up now. No, I'm not going to sniff your shoe.
Coward.
Oh, God.
What a coward.
I called my cat a coward earlier.
What did the cat do?
The other day, he jumped from a table to the place I was sitting. Mm-hmm. Today, he did not. He instead got on the floor and then came up to where I was.
Pussy.
So I said, coward. And he walked away.
Yeah.
Whatever, cat. Put up or shut up.
Animals are fun. And dumb. Darwin, Carmex. We have those little tins of Carmex around. Yep. He ate one. Oh. And its insides. And has been dry heaving all day.
Oh, I heard him earlier. Is that what that was?
Yep.
That makes sense.
What a fool. So it turns out eating Carmex, which is basically just mentholated Vaseline, fucking upsets your stomach.
Probably also really goopy. Probably coats your esophagus.
He's probably gonna just shit like a torpedo. So we're going just lubed to death. Thought you guys only had torsos. Definitely.
Yeah, I generally float from place to place. I only saw a bit of the title, but...
There's an... What? Okay. Hold on.
You want me to start reading one of these while you grab whatever the fuck that was?
Oh, it's handwritten.
How's the handwriting? I can read that.
Contents, and then the beginning of the... Sorry, bad handwriting, don't crucify me, dearest, humongous, and jazzercise.
I can read that.
That's not terrible. It just looks terrible until you start... See, the thing is, with terrible handwriting, it looks bad from afar, And then on further inspection, it continues to be bad. But this, like, I can tell what those letters are, right?
Sure.
So I can read it. So, let me go grab the thing I dropped.
Yeah,
in a
let me
second.
see the book.
The first one, can I just say this out loud?
Yeah, go ahead.
From Howard. Ooh, that smells old as shit. How to help your teenager postpone sexual involvement. Beautiful.
What are the check? Oh my god! It was a library book. It's got the thing in there, and it looks like.
Was it stolen?
No,
discarded.
It says discarded. No one's
checked it out.
No one's checked this out since 1996, so that's good at least.
It's a tiny.
Oh no! It's a high school book too. It's not even just a school. Preface. I'll just read the preface. This book is written to give parents tools to help young teens bridge the gap between their physical development and their cognitive ability to handle the implications of such development. Surveys of adolescents have indicated that many young people do not want to become sexually involved, but are pressured into doing so.
Oh, really?
Young teens are confronted with sexual feelings, including a need for closeness and affection. They're horny. Teenagers are horny. They search for ways to handle these feelings. Often they are unsure.
Porn.
Often they are unsure about how to handle situations in which there may be curiosity, but no meaningful love relationship. In relationships with deeper feelings, they search for ways to handle aroused sexual feelings.
Mustard Bus with $10 dues. Hugo, my friend compared Musk to Rita Repulsa. They're both retarded and surround themselves with people who blow them endlessly, then can't understand why their plans never work. Thoughts? Sorry, Jake.
Here's my thing about Elon Musk. I don't think he's dumb. I don't think Elon Musk is dumb. I don't think he can run a scam as long as you do if you're dumb. I think he is. I think he overestimates his abilities. I think he has an ability to get people on his side, get people to believe in what he is selling, but he then...
Like the guy from the Fire Festival?
Yeah, but then he transfers his confidence and he sees other people around him.
I think hubris is more his thing.
He sees other people around him buying his bullshit constantly. He then goes on to think, I must be smarter than all these idiots. They buy my bullshit. So then he then transfers that and thinks, like, I must know more about engineering than these engineers. Mm-hmm. I must know more about supply chain than the people who know more about that than I do. You know what I mean? So he makes these rash decisions that end up being disastrous for the markets. I'm interested to see what the first quarter earnings are going to be in a couple days. That'll be... Maybe I'll do a stream about that. We'll see.
Just seen on Twitter, 28% of men 18 to 30 are not sexually active. A huge spike. Is it possible because those 28% of men have Twitter accounts where they belittle women on a constant basis, and those women see that, and they become socially unfuckable because they're pieces of garbage that think that they're better than people based on the fact that they're white 18 to 30-year-old men?
I think people are probably better aware of their options now. I think they see shitty people and are like, I'm not going to put up with that.
I think so. Yeah. I don't think this has... Like, this is like an incel thing.
Sure.
Where they say, like, it's 28%. You do it. Come on. You do it to yourself because you're dumb and you're bad and no one wants to be with you because you're a bad person. Like, that doesn't mean all 28% of those men are, in fact, bad people. It's just that, like a lot of them are. A lot, like, there's plenty of people that want to fuck. It doesn't mean the Chads are stealing your Stacys.
I'm an 18-year-old trans woman and have been watching the Atheist Bible Study since episode number 45, and I loved your videos. I remember when we were up into that, like, I was like, wow, we've done so many of these.
Whoops. Anthony Wayne, $2. Love you guys. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Anthony.
I found your content during a tough time in my life, several bad relationships. I won't bore you with the details. I remember watching you guys read the Mean Mama chick tract and was laughing my ass off almost directly after crying for about 2 hours. Anyway, How that all... You read this. You're right. I shouldn't be reading this.
Where did you... Okay. Anyway.
Now that all.
Anyway, now that all the mushy emotional shit's out of the way, I have a few questions. Feel free to answer them or not. I'm just glad to get the opportunity to write you. 1, as you both haven't had the best father figures, I wanted some advice. My father, while never being overtly abusive, has consistently refused to refer to me by my name, Quinn, and pronouns her, she, always using bad memory as an excuse.
Yeah, I've heard that before from trans
He has
women
gone out of
and
his
men.
way to misgender my boyfriend, a trans male, who I believe passes very well, and hardly anyone else except for his own bad family members. Yeah. You're 18? Living at home? I don't necessarily need to finish this question for my answer, but I'll continue before I do. Misgendering. My father claims to be an atheist, but believes in several superstitious ideas, an afterlife, ghosts, tarot cards, etc. His hypocrisy and straight up ignorance have driven me toward to want to cut all ties with him, but as soon as my BF and I are more out, my mother is very supportive. For context. Okay. My father and I used to be extremely close before I came out. I really want to be able to rebuild a relationship, but I'm not sure it can be rectified. Basically, my question is, what advice would you have for me regarding my father and fixing our relationship, or should I just... So it doesn't seem like super contentious. It just seems like
He's being disrespectful.
Disrespectful and stubborn. So have a very candid conversation first. First is like, because assuming you had a close relationship, so it means that there's a rapport there. For us, there was never really that. But for you have a close relationship as a backbone to your current relationship, right? So say, okay, here's the thing. This is who I am. You created me. This is like we used to have a good relationship. Like, none of that was fake. All of that was real. Like, and be like, this is who I am. And if you can't respect that, then you don't get to be in my life. And say that out loud and be like, I want you in my life, unless you're going to be this way. And be very open about that. Like, do not hold any punches back. There will probably be tears. There may be some yelling. But say, like, hey, for me, my best life, I only get this one. If it's going to be alongside you as well, then you're going to have to get over it. It's not your decision. It's not your choice. You don't get to make this decision for anyone else. You can make the decision on whether or not you're part of my life, though. And that's it. I think that's it. And then set a line. And then if that line is crossed, that's it. Like, there's no reason to put up with it.
That's all you can do. I had a different but similar situation with my parents, and I ended up having to draw some lines with my mom in particular. My dad was well beyond the point where I was even willing to draw lines. I just cut him out, and I've been much better for it. He's a toxic, abusive person. My mom, however, I did draw certain lines with her. And similar to how Jake put it, I was very open and honest about the situation at the time. I explained the boundaries, and I think I was pretty clear about why they were there. She continually disrespected those boundaries and crossed them, and now I don't talk to her anymore either. And that's just how it is. And it's very sad, and it's very sad for her, and I sometimes feel sad about it, but not in a regretful way. I completely stand by what I did, because if you allow people to walk all over you and treat you poorly, you're effectively teaching them that that's how you should be treated.
For me, if I'm ever sad about it, it's not sad that I don't have the dad I have. It's sad that I don't have a different one.
Yeah.
And it's not even that. I'm not even profoundly sad about it. It's just like I see people that like have good relationships with their parents in media or in real life or something. And it's like, man, that would be cool.
Sure.
To have like a supportive person as a father figure or whatever. But that's not a thing I have. To be fair, it's not a thing I ever had. Looking back on it, there are some things that guy taught that I thought are good things to teach. Molly System with $2. Happy Friday, my dudes. I'm baking a cake right now. I don't like cake, Molly. I don't like it. Don't know.
Someone asks, is your mom hot? She is an alcoholic, so no.
No, she's not. But my mom has been doing a lot better lately. Well, I say lately, last 5 years or so. And yeah, she does a good job. She's always been supportive though. So while at times our relationship was contentious, she's always been a good mom. So that was always something that I was like, okay, I'm willing to draw lines for you in places. And yeah, you only get one set of parents usually. Sometimes people are lucky enough to have step parents that are really, really great or something, but biologically speaking, you only have one set. And they're not always going to be the greatest thing, and that's okay. They don't have to be. Family is who you are around, not who is related to you necessarily. So keep that up. I have one more question though. Shorter question this time, promise. I was wondering if either of you have played the Word of Darkness or Vampire the Masquerade tabletop RPGs. I prefer it to D&D and was wondering if you've ever tried it. I have not, but I do watch, what's the other one you said? Word of Darkness? I don't know what that is. I do watch on Geek and Sundry. Sometimes they do a Vampire the Masquerade. I'm not caught up on it.
Is that just like supernatural Victorian?
No, it's modern day, like cell phones and cars. Usually takes place in LA or something. Although any setting would probably work. Sure. You could do, and it's vampires in this sort of like gothic noir modern day setting. Like it has a specific feel. There's a lot of sexual tension without like RP of it.
Sure.
Because vampires inherently are like that. So I understand why there's draw to it. Some people are really into that kind of thing. But
I know there's a video game too that a lot of
Vampire
people
the Masquerade.
they're making a sequel.
The second's coming out soon. But is it World of Darkness? It says Word of Darkness on the thing. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm interested in playing tabletops in different types of settings. Like,
sure, the systems aren't always great, but the things are cool.
Yeah, which is why, like, the thing we talked about, I'm planning on doing some one-shots whenever at some point on the Christmas Eve stream, or at least with the same people. And that's going to have a little bit different setting that is fantasy, but also has, like, different elements, more modern elements in it, so sounds interesting.
So we also have a $1 coin from her, and a tiny magnifying glass that is apparently supposed to help us in the search for Hugo's missing tooth. So that's for you. And they requested that coin go in the piggy bank or whatever we got going on. I forgot where we put that. We just put it up here. I don't know.
Okay, we'll find the thing.
Sure. Jake, put on your reading glass. Oh, these aren't reading glasses.
Who puts Franklin Pierce on a coin, by the way?
Idiots. Idiots, I say. Okay, so this said fragile, handle with care, and I believe it said this side up. Maybe it was the other one. And in the locker, it was upside down. So
they're doing their best.
The nice mail lady has not been there in some time. I hope she didn't retire because she's the only good one at our local P.O. box. Do you ever get the guy?
No.
Oof. Terrible. Always grumpy. Don't be a grump. When I cleaned the shelf, I picked it up. Okay. So this is Fragile. This is from Diamond Coast. I don't know what this means. Maybe we're going to get some blood diamonds or a human head. Could be cool. Human head. No, it's not a human head.
Ooh, is it like good root beer? Ginger beer. That's
it's Bundaberg ginger beer.
Whoa, God!
One fell out.
It didn't shatter. That would have scared the shit out of me.
Nope. Hold on. There might be more in here. Someone said Bundaberg, an Australian family-owned ginger beer.
Is this one of the ones we've tried before?
I have had it in my life. It's very good.
Yeah.
If you want to open one and give it a shot, so it's just a pull tab like an old beer.
Are you going to open one?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you can open that one or this one. It shouldn't go crazy. Pull up. There you go.
Okay. That's neat.
Yeah. Smells good. It's not
Gingery.
super spicy. Bundaberg, by the way, is available in the States in places that sell craft drinks. I don't know who sent this because the name wasn't on there, but thank you.
I really like these caps, by the way.
I
They're
do
very
too.
satisfying.
They are. If you want,
Smells good.
if you like it, you can take 1 or 2 home. How do you feel about it?
I like it as a taste, but I couldn't sit down and drink a whole bottle. You know what I mean? I'll take 1 or 2 though.
There you go.
So I can take.
You know what? These are really great for
I like cold beverages. Anyway.
Moscow Mules.
What's in that? Ginger
beer, vodka, and lime.
Oh yeah, I feel like
good.
You'd probably barely be able to taste the vodka in this.
So Bundaberg to me, it's a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
It doesn't have. Usually something that has like a high ginger content is really oppressive. Almost like horseradish.
Sure.
This isn't that.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Just gonna set this here.
Okay. And Bundaberg's very delicious. If you have any craft sodas or anything in your area, or just like very local sodas that you want us to try, definitely send them. I love that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It did fall out of the box. I don't know. The other one's over there somewhere. Oh. Taft, because he thick. William Howard Taft. Get us some Taft. Dummy thick.
I'm surprised no one's done. Has anyone done a beer and called it Taft Draft? That'd be pretty good.
Let's do it, though.
Have a picture of him, like, really... Yep. There's an urban legend about Taft getting trapped in a bathtub, so I think on the label for the bottle...
I have William Howard Taft, just the feet and the hands up.
Yeah.
Nice, Taft Draft.
Beer companies, hire me. I'll be your marketer.
Why don't we just start a beer company?
I
don't like beer that much, but... I'd rather start a cider company, personally.
Oh, God, cursive. That's
for
me, then.
I gotcha. Hugo and Jake, much apologies for the handwritten note. My printer broke down, and I'm not exactly liquid at the moment. I like when people say that. I've been a long-time fan of the channel after discovering it when I was a mere drone for a certain MCN. That way...
MCN is multi-channel network, if you don't know, on YouTube.
That was bought by a certain media empire that may or may not have as its mascot an individual of musculus.
It's Disney is the point. Talking about a mouse.
Okay, mouse. Okay.
Let me look at the word.
Musculous. Musculuo. I don't know. Anyway, finding myself unemployed yet again, I have time to play around with a story idea, in homage to a couple of my favorite genius British sci-fi and anime with height variance. I don't know. Think of Doctor Who if it was written by Dashiell Hammett, and Toei Animated Properties, directed by David Lynch, that kind of stuff. Is this his book?
Yeah.
Oh. What book is it?
It is called The Halcyon Death.
The Halcyon Death.
I assume this is available on Amazon.
I feel like this person probably, tweeted me about this. Sure. I could be wrong. This is from Rob. This is the first novella of the series. It's a base under siege story involving a multi-generational colony ship created from another world. Blood, gore, violence. Man is the true monster. You get the idea. I'll let the world speak for itself. Hope you both enjoy it. If you hate it, that's totally cool. I at least had the courage to read it out. To send it out. Hugo, stay sexy, and I agree. Fuck Elon Musk. He's a plague here. Jake, keep being beautiful as you do.
Yeah, and again,
Thanks, Rob.
The Halcyon Death. You can probably find that on Amazon if you want to check it out.
This is a moist book. That's got moist.
It's okay, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's a moist cover. We found it. We found the two opposites. There we go.
Like, if I did this with the other book, I'd be cringing and want to die.
Yeah. Instead, now you're just moistened. That's fine. That's a good thing. Okay. What is this? Feels like a DVD. This is from Just Amazon. Gift receipt. Hugo and Jake, I'm a longtime fan. My whole Christian high school had to watch this damn movie and reflect on it. I'm dying for you to tear a new one. Thanks for all the great content. Jessica.
Is this about that girl? Oh, no, different one than I thought. Okay. To save a life.
Is this an abortion one?
Everyone has problems. Not everyone has faith.
Oh, suicide. That's my guess. Suicide or abortion.
I'll read it.
Okay.
Jake is the most popular kid in school.
Of course he is.
And he has a promising future.
No.
But his world is about to be rocked when tragedy strikes his childhood best friend. Now Jake is forced to ask, could I have saved him? With help from his new friends, he embarks on a journey to live a life with purpose, knocking down the sacred social barriers of high school life and befriending a loner, Johnny Garcia. But when Johnny Garcia is like a name the professor would come up with if he was trying to make up.
Johnny Garcia.
What's your name?
Card Shark.
Johnny Garcia.
Johnny Garcia. Magician / card shark / what's the word, like something, a speaker that helps people get confidence. What is that called? Motivational speaker. Johnny Garcia, magician, motivational speaker, card shark.
I might steal this.
Coming at you.
But when Johnny...
Can you do the voice?
I don't know.
Can you do Johnny Garcia's voice?
It doesn't have to be that.
Johnny Garcia.
Johnny Garcia.
No, it's got to be up here.
Gotta be up here. Gotta talk
little
with
better.
us a little bit better. Gotta talk like you're
almost transatlantic, but not quite.
Like we're talking about an old Tommy baseball game.
A little bit.
Okay, yeah, sure. Anyway.
Johnny Garcia wears shades and a leather jacket, but white slacks. White slacks, snakeskin boots.
But when Johnny's
penny loafers.
When Johnny's life spirals out of control, will Jake have what it takes to stop him from the same tragic end? Can one person really make a difference? Who's in this? Do they have a famous... Usually in these, they'll have, like, one get. Their one famous person is there.
No, I don't have a get.
They don't. They would have slapped him right on the cover, but we just get this Aryan child.
Kind of like Jay Leno, a little bit, but without the cars. All right, do you want to open this one or this one? Because it's yours next, and we have two, I think.
Yeah, I'll open this one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. Is Hillary yet put in jail for the secret email she leaked? Not yet. We'll get her, though. 3-4 elections from now, we'll get her. What's this? It says P.O. Box. She got the chair. Fuck.
This is the cord.
The cord.
Someone sent us a laptop computer.
Very nice.
Which I might need if mine craps out on me.
I wonder if it'd be better for streaming now.
I don't know.
Is it a Sony Vaio? Johnny Garcia, I like Sony Vaios. It's an HP.
Hey, did I have this exact computer?
Is it that old exact computer?
You're not gonna fucking believe this.
This is the same exact computer.
This is
I had this computer.
This is like the same model of computer I had when we started, and I was editing on one of these.
Don't read out loud, but here is...
Okay.
There's an email. I feel like... No, I had the generation before this one.
Okay.
This is the same computer we first put... it could be... No, it still has Beats, too.
Yeah.
This is the laptop that the first episodes of TBR were put out on.
Turn it on, see if...
Yeah.
Be hilarious if they sent us a laptop and still kept it password protected.
That might be what the email's for.
I'd respect that.
Forced social interaction!
As a power move, I'd respect it a little bit. It's got a charge. But interesting.
Cool. I would take
Thanks for your,
I would take that home to see if it can do your editing.
Yeah. Thank you, person who sent this, whose email I will not repeat on stream.
It is Pentium 4 processor. Woohoo! I actually don't know what this has, but thank you, person who does not want to be known. Oh. HP Envy with Beats. Is that an Envy?
I don't know.
I feel like that sounds right. I remember these laptops though. We each had one. And I think mine was a little bit older than yours when you got yours. Mm-hmm. And we had the dual desk, the desk on which we sat
on either side.
Yeah. That was.
Now we're adults and we both have our own desks.
Oh, just barely. We have the same couch.
We share the same love seat though. We can't even afford a couch. The one extra cushion would have bankrupted us.
Oh fuck. We got a lot of shit in here. Oh boy. Simon Kynes, £2. You are welcome. Thanks, Simon.
Seriously though, if we refresh the set, if this gets too fucked, couch next time.
Something with more
something where our body heat isn't a Venn diagram. Like we smother each other in each other's body heat, and I get so sweaty by the end of these. Oh, you're making
Don't wear a coat! Or jeans, or a winter hat.
I like to cover my body.
Well, no one else likes it when you do that. This is a trash bag sent in the box as if to say, throw these things away when you're done looking at them. Okay, maybe we will. Is there a letter? There is a letter. This is the fucking letter. You guys have no dignity, and I love you for it. Hope you guys can make great use of the tapes. I grab a bunch and I don't know if they work or not. From William.
Thanks, Will.
First tape. The cost of discipleship.
What do Catholics believe? The call to be a husband and father, knowing Jesus in the Mass. The call to be a wife and mother. The challenge of being a Catholic man-woman today.
Man-woman.
Man-woman.
That's very progressive.
Problems and paradoxes of being Catholic today. Wow, someone bought this VHS
for $30!
It was a steal at $29.95. How dare you?
Wow. After Act with $6.99 Canadian. I keep debating sending a Canadian vodka soda to y'all. Alas, it has dubious legality. Should I still do it? Here at Hugo and Jake, we would never, ever advocate for you breaking national, international, or local laws. However, that said, I would like to try this thing if only you could send it in a more legal way. Do it.
I feel so blue-balled because I was like, this is a VHS tape. This looks like a VHS tape,
Is
right?
it not a VHS tape? What? Oh no! Those are cassettes! Oh, that's bad.
My car doesn't even have a cassette player.
No, but think about this. No one's ever listened to this in their life.
Whoever did this did rewind it.
No, I don't think they ever listened to it.
Maybe.
Like, look at how clean these are. These do not look like they've been shoved into this receptacle next to the cigarette lighter.
I think you're right.
Actually, this one's whiter than the other ones. Why? Explain.
You know why? I'll tell you why. Because at some point in producing this tape at their house, they ran out of this color and had to start using this color.
God damn it.
That's less of a joke and more just a statement on how cheaply this was probably made.
Next up, Noah's Ark, The Greatest Adventure.
Is it, though? We already watched this one. This is the one we watched for the first wheel.
Put it in the trash!
No, I want it.
Okay. Next up, Heaven's Gate in Hell's Flame, the unforgettable live presentation. It's 90 minutes in color. Wow.
I need to box some of this shit up and just send it to Milwaukee so the Red Letter Media guys have to deal with it. They put it on their
Put it in a
wheel.
box in Milwaukee. They'll find it.
Okay.
That's getting dubious.
It's like Jenga, but
more chaotic.
Yeah.
Our Dwelling Place, Jesus is Our Friend, with 2 episodes, The Transfiguration and Peter's Catch of Fish.
That looks familiar. That's definitely a tape I probably saw as a kid at some point.
Ray Mossholder's Opus, Marriage Plus, the Bible and Marriage. It sounds like a swingers club.
I was gonna say, is this a polyamorous marriage
Yeah,
guide?
you goddamn right it is. After Act was $6.99 Canadian. All right, theoretically, if there was a more legal way, what would you want? Lemon, lime, grapefruit, strawberry, kiwi, cucumber, mint, or peach? Lemon, lime, peach, strawberry, kiwi. I would try a grapefruit, but I don't think Hugo would like a grapefruit, which is a citrus.
Is this also just more cassette tapes? No, this one's a VHS.
There you go.
That's good.
Another one. This looks like a homemade movie from like a Jewish wedding. Christ in the Passover. A video presentation of how God's redemptive plan is seen in the Passover celebration as it is celebrated today by Jewish people around the world. That looks so homemade it hurts. That's mom's lasagna homemade. Ooh.
Is this sleeve literally just like someone printed out on their home printer?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this is printer paper that they just. At least they sprung for a color printer.
Anthony Paul's Obedience and Self-Control, a video storybook with 2 stories.
A video storybook, a movie? You mean a movie? You fucking idiot.
They're sold in 6-packs. Do your best, After Act. Pick the one you like most. Lime is probably great in a thing like that. Live from New York City, Riverdance! Honestly, Sarah might want this. I don't have a VHS player.
Does she like Riverdance?
So, she bonded with her mother over Riverdance, I believe.
Oh.
I think that was a thing that she told me. There was something significant about Riverdance. Sarah, tell me what the significant Riverdance thing was. You've told me one time what the Riverdance was about. I feel like you liked Riverdance. Yep, see? Oh my god. She loves the Riverdance.
I have mad respect.
Look at her go.
You know who I have respect for?
Riverdance guy?
Black Riverdance guy on the back of this.
He's not Irish at all,
You know how much shit he probably got from his friends for being into Riverdance? Good for you. Working next to the Lord of the Dance.
Do you want to come get it? Do you want to come into the room and get your Riverdance VHS? Because it's all yours. We have more. It's not over. Not even close. Oh boy. Okay. The price. Does God really exist? It looks like a South African film crew made this. I don't know if this is the case, but the back of it looks like really poorly done. So,
a suffocating and traumatizing experience Pastor Ken meets with a lot of brick walls in his ministry. The situations appear too cumbersome and unbearable that he is faced with 2 options. Will he commit suicide?
What?
Will he abandon the ministry? Or is he paying the price? Find out in this explosive thriller from the director of End of the Wicked.
Explosive thriller.
This is not the same one I had as a kid.
No?
But no, the other one had this blonde guy that went on to be on Lord of the Dance or whatever. But I fucking love Riverdance.
3 days! I've seen him, and he is alive! It looks like a porn. Not gonna lie to you. That looks like a porn. It's all yours. Enjoy the Riverdance
I'd
VHS.
like to think this
I'm
version...
hoping to be able to watch it. Can you convert this for me?
I'm not promising any, date as to when that'll happen, but sure.
Wow. Right around the Space Jam review.
Right after!
Wow, you're such a good friend.
I do my best.
Thanks.
One World, Globalism, the Antichrist, and Planet Earth's Last Days. This is in 2001. I don't think it took. Wow, this came out in 2001, and it references September 11th. That's quick work. Quick work. Pamela's Prayer. Yes, it seemed unfair until the day she married. Oh no. Do you know who made this movie?
The Cristianos?
Dave Cristiano. Just Dave Cristiano.
Pamela's Prayer. Yes, it seemed unfair until the day she made... Oh, God. This motion... This motion picture portrays the unique story of Pamela Buckland from her birth in 1969 to her wedding day in 1991. All of her friends were dating. Pamela was not. It seemed unfair that her father insisted on such a high standard of purity. Yes, it seemed unfair until the day she married.
Where she got that good dick.
So I'm guessing this is going to be a story in which it cuts back and forth between her being young and being presented with opportunity for fornication and her denying it, and then like her wedding day, and it's like, it was worth the wait.
Turns out he's real good at head or something.
Like,
Arcane Aeronax, $2. Hi, Papa Jake. Hi, Hugo. End of message.
Okay.
Jesus, the search continues, and I imagine it won't end anytime soon. Sola Scriptura, a cracked foundation of the Protestant worldview.
Oh, this is you don't get a lot of pro-Catholic propaganda. Normally it's like Jack Chick stuff where they think that Catholics are like demonic or whatever. So this is the opposite, I guess. Goddamn Protestants.
The search for Noah's Ark. They didn't find it.
You know what gets me about that shit?
What's that?
Like, even if you're a person who thinks Noah's Ark literally happened,
Sure.
why would a wooden ship survive that long? That's absurd.
They don't know things.
That's stupid. That's like even dumb people look at that and go, oh, they're very dumb.
Papyrus font. Goddamn right. The Seduction of Christianity, Spiritual Discernment in the Last Days by Dave Hunt. Is this the husband to that other lady?
I don't know.
And then the
Holistic medicine. Oh no. Selfist psychology. I assume that just means don't go to a therapist.
Left Behind, the movie.
Oh god. Left Behind, the bookmark.
No, it's a coupon.
Oh.
Special discount coupon. Because apparently, it opened on February 2nd, 2001. Check your local theaters. Check your local paper for theaters and showtimes. Yeah, no. The Twin Towers were about to collapse.
Can I just point out, this Left Behind coupon has weathered the decades.
It was inside the case
and has stayed,
of the movie.
It has stayed in near perfect condition, and you're just going to throw it in the trash.
Yep. That's what I feel about him.
This is
what's the coupon even? It doesn't even say special coupon. For what? What's the coupon?
One.
No, it doesn't say.
One, you're saved. You get to go to heaven when you die.
It doesn't have anything on it. It also doesn't...
Buck Williams. That's his character's name.
His name is Buck.
Yeah. My name's Buck.
And I like to fuck. Rape. He likes to rape.
Don't they say party in the TV edit?
My name's Buck, and I like to party. And then it says party wagon instead of pussy wagon. Yep. Oh, okay. About to wind down here. We'll take your super chats for questions. We're gonna hang out after this. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to do Taking Out the Trash on twitch.tv/actualjake.
Oh, you're doing it today instead?
What?
Taking out the trash?
Yeah?
No, I thought you did that on Wednesdays normally. Do you change it?
I do it on all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I thought you just did more different stuff on different days.
I will. We're almost partnered.
Okay.
My name is Marty, and I like to party. See, that was easy. That was easy as shit. Oh. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
What a good haul. I got 2 corn hats, some D&D coins. Oh.
You guys excited for Avengers Endgame, by the way?
Yeah, that's, 3-4 weeks now?
Yeah.
3 weeks?
Yep. 3.5, I think.
Pretty excited. We're seeing Us on Saturday.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow! Extra musician Nola Salus. $7.85 in, I'm going to say Russian rubles.
Sure.
This is actually only $2, a bit late. But if not, I'm mistaken. Musculus is the Latin diminutive of rat or mus,
I assume.
among other things. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Thank you. I assumed it was some sort of genus or something. I don't know how Twitch works, but do you guys ever record those things? How about you try out Twitch? That's what I'm gonna say. I don't know how a thing works. Click on the thing, and you'll know how it works.
I'll explain how it works.
You click on it and you watch it. Literally, that's what happens.
I'll explain how it works. It does save a copy of the stream for something like
On Twitch.
for something like 30 days to 60. It depends on what your status is, I think. And sometimes he rips them and puts them on YouTube or whatever, but they do stay on Twitch for a while.
Great, but I don't do the whole stream wholesale on YouTube.
Sure.
Go to Twitch. It's really easy. It's not scary. I promise. It's just a new thing that is not new. It's literally just now YouTube. It's just now YouTube.
Okay.
It's like live TV, but YouTube. Impatience am. Aye. 5 Australian dollars. Hi guys, would you be interested in me sending one of my books direct to your P.O. box? I'm in Australia, but it works better if I send direct.
Sure.
Yeah, send it straight to P.O. box if you'd like. Send anything you'd like to the P.O. box. That's how it works. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
If you're like, you know what, Hugo and Jake, they might like this art I made out of human hair.
Sure.
Do it. We won't like it, but you could do it. Unless you're into human hair art. Big fan? Of all the body parts to make art of, what do you think is the best?
The best?
Yeah.
Teeth.
Teeth? We've already gotten that before. By the ghost of Ryby Jenkins. I don't know what the fuck happened to that person. She's gone now. Pharaoh LW. Norwegian crones? I don't know. 22 of those. What was in the fancy package? That was the laptop.
That was the laptop, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, should have been like, this is the package that we were talking
We showed
about.
it at the beginning, but I guess
Yeah.
you could have showed up after.
Yeah.
Good stream. Thanks, Philip. Foreskin? I'm going to go with femur bone.
Why?
You can make a flute out of it.
You can make a flute out of most bones if they're big enough.
The femur is the biggest.
I feel like the femur's gonna make too big of a flute.
You think?
Yeah.
Too large a flute? We're
Gonna-
we're almost into clarinet
I was
territory.
gonna say, that's gonna make a Kenny G alto sax or whatever the fuck he did the world's longest sustained note on.
Do you think Kenny G played while Kim Kardashian and Kanye boned? You not see that?
No.
For Valentine's Day, Kanye paid Kenny G to play sax in a room where he was surrounded by glass vases with single roses in them. There's no way Kenny G wasn't standing there while 10 people put roses in there around him because he wouldn't have been able to walk, and he just started playing. And so it's been a meme.
Okay.
Extra musicam nulla salus with... mine was Brazilian reals. Why doesn't it say BR then? Come on, super chats. I like Brazilian money. I enjoy Portuguese. I had a discussion about this last night. It's a plucky language that I enjoy the sound of. Hugo needs an acid tooth like the bad guy in Alien Private Eye?
What?
Or an Allen Private Eye?
What's an acid tooth? This is like
I assume you bite into it and kill yourself.
Fuck it. That's actually a bad thing for me to have. It doesn't even need to be a tooth. It'll just come in the mail and I'll be like,
I woke up and stubbed my toe. Time to end it. Gunk.
Yeah.
Being dead.
Bold of you to assume I need a reason.
What's your opinion on haggis and other types of organ meat? Don't understand why people see that as gross compared to normal meat. It's compared to normal meat, organ meat is irony.
Yeah,
and so it doesn't have a good taste.
I've
I've tried organ meat.
I've had liver before. It was all right.
It's heart and all sorts of things.
It's not something I'd like pick, but I understand why people enjoy it. It's a preference thing, and I think it's just mostly what you're used to.
Liver's good for 3 seconds.
Okay.
You go hump, 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 and then iron just fills your mouth. Liver and onions. Yo, Jake, when are you going to take up the old hammer and sickle? When one of you makes an argument that makes sense?
I'm not even... Morally, I agree with communists.
I agree with in a vacuum.
I've yet to see an explanation as to how that system would work.
That's what I'm
when
saying.
So much of the population would be inherently against it.
They always say, though, you're just looking at it through a capitalistic lens, you brainwashed. It's like, nah, dude.
No, this is real life, man.
I mean, it's real life. Like, I watched the American Jones thing. I've watched all the bread tube stuff. It just, like, once you get down to the minutia of how day-to-day life is, you're forcing, like, this job doesn't exist in that, for instance. You're forcing me, and I guess, let's call this art for the sake of whatever the fuck this is, right? The lowest rung on the art ladder is whatever this is, right? There's no place for that unless I also am part of the labor force. In most models. Now, you can say, well, not my model, but, like, at a certain point, like, the kinds of jobs you have if capitalism is also part of the system can still survive, even if it's mostly socialist or communist, probably socialist. Like,
see, that's not even my issue with it, because, again, I feel like people in the comments are going to say you're conflating markets with capital, and I agree to an extent. My issue was that, at the end of the day, there are always going to be people who are either have been capital or aspire to be capital, and those people will never be content within a system in which that is not a possibility.
Yeah, that happens too a lot. It's the same problem I have. It's the same exact, like, you come down to the same issues when you talk to, like, a pure libertarian, when they're like, oh, we don't want a state. But, I mean, eventually you're going to have someone that just owns a thing.
Like, you can not call it a state if you want, but at the end of the day, the way you are going to have to organize things to make sure things just function is going to be basically a state.
I think those systems require too much virtue, and we're not going to have a perfect system. So I think the most perfect you can get is trying really hard to make sure that the bottom rung of society from an economic standpoint has a really good standard of living. I think that's the best you can do until people, like, I don't know, there's just... We have so many different opinions on how the world works, and, like, even within communism and socialism, there's people that have, like, there's the tankies, there's the, you know what I mean? There's stratification even within that, and then there's people who are like, well, it should be, like, some people aren't for democracy in those, some people are for democracy, but if you're in for democracy, that leads to things like mob rule, and so you have to deal with that if you also want to have egalitarian. I mean, there's lots of problems, and I totally agree with you that, like, is communism, like, that is the only model that I can think of that delivers to you what we consider, like, a perfect life. Right, as far as like
I wouldn't go as far to say that, but I just don't think I don't think modern.
What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I don't think modern capitalism is working out for people either.
Oh no,
we need
I totally
vast
agree.
reforms to the systems that we work within. But I also think I don't understand how you think communism would ever be palatable to enough people in the public that would be a sustainable system.
I mean, just within I don't know. There's lots of problems within all the systems, of course, which is why I'm for a mixed one. It makes a lot of, I don't know. The A to B's seem a lot simpler in a mixed system than in a, so, like, if I want to do blank, how do I do that? Well, like, if I have a friend that can fix my car for cheaper, right? Mm-hmm. Or maybe I just want that person maybe I want to help that person out or something. I don't know. Like, there seems to be there's incentive to have capital exchanges within that. And some socialists would not consider that socialism. It just depends on who you talk to. So there's so many models within that it's so weird. But try anarcho-socialism. Oh, anarcho-syndicalism. No. It's not a one-dimensional perspective, though. Like, I love the idea of like the egalitarian nature of those systems are very appealing.
Sure.
But I don't think they're tenable.
I agree, which is
and
why
that's my problem
I think
with them.
that markets and probably a capitalistic system in which there are very heavy regulations
I'd say again, I think it's capitalism working within this bubble of socialism that I think works best.
Sure. I don't even, and again, part of capitalism that I think is failing right now is the risk-reward management is so fucked, because ideally, the system should be, if you're someone who is an owner of capital, you're putting forward, you get most of the reward of the things, but you should also be putting up a lot of the risk. That's just not how the system works right now currently, though. Because
it incentivizes, it's basically scalping.
And you see, and again, when I talk about Tesla a lot, this comes up too. Elon Musk isn't taking a fucking pay cut. He's cutting, like, huge swaths of his, you know what I mean?
EA just fired 350 people for the same reason.
The people who are up at the top, the people who have all this money and own parts of the company, they should be taking the risk in part. That's where the regulations need to come in. And I don't know what that would even be. I don't exactly know.
Yeah, but I think it's very simplistic and pretty naive to assume that people will operate properly within this system. Whether you're from a libertarian or the other side of it with a communism, and any anarcho system in general.
I just don't foresee communism working in any way that is not totalitarian and inherently subjugative. It would force people, because there are so many people within the world who do not want that system. You would have to basically force them into it.
Yeah.
Which ends up with what you have with Stalin and having to
Yeah, I mean,
which is not okay. So,
and I mean, you watch the American Johnson stuff that is like high end bread tube stuff. Like when you get to the question of how do we deal with dissent, re-education is the number one thing, and then exile. I'm not for that. Like within a system like this, you can try to change it for the better and make more socialism steps, but you're never going. I don't think you're ever going to be able to do one thing over the other. I think you do mostly. Again, I think you do a mostly social system where you don't have a lot of these things that are privatized that shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. I think you can have a lot of things that are worker owned. I think some things necessitate single ownership, but not everything.
Sure.
Like a restaurant, I think. Depending on how that works, because there's a lot of capital to be put up for something like that. Or, for instance, like a John Mulaney, for instance, he owns his own shit. That's a single owner. Even though he might hire other people to help him do stuff, like a director of photography or whatever, or other writers and stuff to help him out. Like, John Mulaney owns his own shit. It's just stuff like that I don't think survives in that setting, whereas capitalism allows it to. And so I think you just have a very good split there.
And someone says, we're forced into capitalism. Yeah, and that's not working so great right now either.
Right, I totally...
and the levers of power within capitalism tend to be pretty fucked up.
I
the
don't
number
understand...
of people in the United States who are in prison for various
I don't understand
reasons.
how they hear us say, you don't want to be forced to that situation, but there's problems with our system now, and I think it should be changed to be more socialist, and then that person only hears... capitalism good, whereas not what we're saying. We're saying portions of capitalism I think are good.
I'm not even saying capitalism is good. I think capitalism is...
I think it's necessary for...
I think it's something that even if, regardless of its moral value, there are always going to be a number of people who wish to operate under that system, and therefore you need to, at the very least, within the system you are creating, allow those people to have some sort of free reign in which they are allowed to have an outlet for that, how do I put this, domineering, need to cut throat and want to get ahead attitude.
I don't think that's only... But that's not... So an independent artist, for instance, can't operate unless it's a... you have to be a member of the labor force as well.
Sure.
Unless there's a capitalist fallback.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't agree with it.
Sure.
Because, so you need that. That's what I'm saying. That's not necessarily cutthroat, just as I want to be an artist. I want to be a comedian. I want to be an actor.
But that's not the person... I'm talking about, let's say, even if 90% of the country or the world or whatever was you know what, communism's the way to go.
Sure.
If 10% of the people...
You have to subjugate those 10%.
You have to.
Yeah.
And even if you don't,
and I would argue...
the kind of people who want a capitalist system will find their way into the annals of the bureaucracy, and they will end up as a Stalin. There will end up being someone who says, I can't gain power on a small scale through business or whatever.
Again,
okay, the only way I can do so is by gaining through the ranks in the governmental system that is already apparently probably going to be pushing people down who
Which
don't
is the
want
same
in the
thing
first
that
place.
socialist revolutionaries think, right? So you have to work within capitalism, like someone like Hassan Piker, for instance, has to work within the capitalist setting, and I think enjoys the fruits of capitalism very much so, being a streamer and part of the Young Turks. But also pushes very hard for like leftist economics, which is fine. Like, I'm totally fine for it. But it's like, it's not different. Like, if you want to start a revolution on behalf of socialism, it's not different starting a revolution on behalf of capitalism, because at some point one of those parties is subjugating someone else. And
Sure.
so that's why I think a mixed system, again, I think a mixed system works best for everybody, because you can't count on the virtue of either one of those camps to have anything, so we have to just do our best. We're never going to be perfect, and communism kind of strives for perfection. Like, there's this idea that we're all really virtuous, we're really nice, and we're very selfless, and we just want to work hard and help everybody, and that's not the case for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, and that'd be great if it was, but it isn't, and the idea that you can change the culture of that to be the case, when in capitalism now, the culture is work hard, and it still doesn't happen, right? And that's for a selfish reason, which I think is stronger than collectivism, as far as a driving force for people.
Sure.
And this isn't just Americans, I just think in general, any capitalist society, it's like, oh, work hard, and you'll get what you earned. Right? And it doesn't work, and I don't think it works with a selfless attitude either, because most people aren't selfless. At least not to the degree that necessitates, I think. And that could... I think the system in a numbers way works. I don't think the system with humanity works.
Sure.
To be fair, again, I don't think unfettered capitalism works either. I think it'd be terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm very much for high regulation.
Yeah, I'm for high
a
regulation.
much higher floor for everybody.
Higher floor, lower ceiling, high marginal tax rates.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you effectively, like when Rockefeller was kicking around and you effectively had on his highest income bracket 90% was going to the government.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care if we effectively have a maximum wage. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
I think $100 million is probably a good maximum
sure,
wage.
at the very in liquid capital,
Yeah.
$100 million. If you claim you need more than that, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're garbage. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. And if you don't want to pay those taxes, you might as well give them to customers and stuff so that they can pay for your shit. I don't know. The primary incentive being capital is bad. I think though that there are some people that need that. So anyway, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry, BreadTube. I disagree with you.
If you have an effective way you think that this could be done, feel free to send me links on Twitter. I will look at them.
I've debated them several times. It just doesn't ever make sense when you get down to like the nitty-gritty stuff. Like, for instance, someone that they say, this is an American thing again. So what about people that do shitty jobs, like jobs that nobody fucking wants to do?
Yeah.
Right. So I like to use the trash guy as an example, because it has a very distinct problem if no one takes care of the trash. Right.
Yeah.
We can all identify that. And right now they're compensated pretty well for the job they do, because it's a shitty job and not a lot of people want to deal with other people's refuse. So what they say is they put people on rotation, right? And so if you put people on rotation, the time frame set out was like every 3 months or something. So now you have people that are bad at the job doing the job.
The biggest sunk cost in
Of course, we're
turnover.
dealing in socialism, so there's no cost.
I know, but I'm just explaining, like, in business,
Yeah.
the biggest sunk cost when you have turnover is in training.
Right.
Because so much productivity loss happens
Right.
in the period when you are learning a new job.
And so
while you might not be talking about money, that productivity loss is real, and if every 3 months you have an entirely new group of people coming into the workforce...
Productivity measured in amount of trash effectively taken and distributed properly. I think that system leads to so many accidents. Especially if, like, I don't want to work at the power plant. I don't want to work at the internet company or whatever it would be in that system.
Yeah.
Internet provider, I guess, just free internet.
Yeah.
Which sounds dope, of course. But, like, if you have to... The way we live and the way we want to live in the future, even under socialism and communism, like, people have jobs they don't want. And just rotating them out isn't good either, because you need people to be skilled at the jobs. Because if they're not skilled at the jobs, we're not talking about profit here. We're talking about actual productivity as far as what those jobs need to be done. Like, you can't have a person that's been there for a month and a half dealing with networking issues, right? You can't have a person that's been there for a couple weeks dealing with how to properly pull off worldwide sanitation. So these are issues you have to discuss, and these are the things that fall apart. If you have a good option for this, robots is a good option, right? So you have to wait till late-term capitalism and cut the head off of it, and then take over immediately without a terrible infrastructure fail. Then I guess, like, robots, I think, make it a lot of AI makes a lot of this possible, I think.
Sure.
And I don't see a problem with that. I just think, like, in the way it's described, it's always people doing labor. It's not AI and stuff. So, like, this isn't Star Trek. If you have a Star Trek situation, I think it becomes more tenable. But until we're at that point, like, what you're asking for it's kind of ridiculous. But it's neat. It's a neat thought experiment. Policing is very hard to deal with because you can't over-subjugate. When those people have literal power. Military force with actual military power is interesting because you don't have necessarily a central government if it goes on a rotational thing, because you don't want any one person becoming a figurehead or a cult of personality or whatever. So you have councils on a community level that extrapolate out. But if those councils, like, what you end up having is very close to the Articles of Confederation. If two counties don't want to work together, or whatever divisions, or however you neighborhoods, however you divide it up, like, you have a lot of communication issues in these systems. You have, there's just so many problems, and that's, again, not to say that in the current system we have a good one, because I don't think we have a very good one right now. I think we're basically treading water and we swim forward a few feet every couple years. Like, it's not great, but the alternative right now it seems worse. Just from a structural standard.
I just don't foresee any, and I hope I'm wrong, I don't foresee any major economic upheavals happening until something like 30% of the workforce is out of work, whether that's due to automation.
Automation's going to be very interesting. I think automation helps you pull that off, for the record. And as we get closer to AI and automation in general, I get much more comfortable with the idea of communism.
Sure, because that's the only way you can at the point where all labor is being done, or at the very least the majority of work is being done by machines. But
yeah,
I don't know. Send me literature on Twitter. Someone said on there, like, you guys need to read. Send me stuff to read on Twitter. I'll read it.
It's not great. Not a lot of great answers. It's a lot of very idealistic answers.
I haven't read it. I can't have a comment on it yet.
It's pretty pie in the sky. To be fair, so is Trickle Down. Like, by no means am I a fucking... No. I'm not a hypercap. I'm a small C capitalist with a...
Voodoo economics.
With a big S socialist at the back of that, after the hyphen.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Voodoo economics?
It's what George Sr. would call it.
Oh, where you just go ooga booga and it works?
Voodoo, because even George Sr. thought trickle down was bullshit.
Oh, I thought you meant socialism. We're just like, it just works, and he's mocking it. Because I think there's lots of social aspects that work. I also think that socialism, in regards to like working off of our current market system, works really well if you have billionaires when you can tax them well. I think you get a lot of social work done. And I think that's beneficial.
Sure. Alright, let's end the stream. I gotta poop.
How bad?
I've had a couple close calls during the stream.
Just close calls?
Yeah.
That you won't shit yourself?
Oh, yeah.
The fuck kind of life do you live? I think I want McDonald's. Sarah, do you want McDonald's?
Don't ask her through the stream.
We'll buy it with our script. Literally had someone bring up script to me once when talking about this. All you gotta do is have good ideas, guys. Capitalists except I want government to do its damn job. That'll never happen. Not this government. Alright, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for supporting us as we are subjugated by our capitalist overlords. I look forward to one day being subjugated by our socialist overlords. Sorry, Tim Tebow. I'm gonna go shut the stream off now.
You didn't have to telegraph it.
Hugo has to be blinded for this. Oh! Streaming soon at twitch.tv/actualjake. I love you.